Hi and welcome back to another easy guitar chord lesson, and today we're going to focus on the F major chord. So this one is the first one where it's on the border of not becoming that easy, but I still think it can be classed in this sort of easier guitar chords. So the reason why people find this a little bit harder to play is because of the fact that there is a little barring involved in it, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So the F major chord, or the happy F, looks like this and sounds like this. There are multiple ways of playing this chord, but in this instance we're looking at a 4-stringed F chord, and it looks like this. So you've got the 3rd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G string with finger 2, the 1st fret on the B string with finger 1, and the 1st fret on the E string with finger 1. Well, how can we have finger 1 on the B string and the E string at the same time? You know, we haven't got 2 fingers that are the same finger. Well, that's where barring comes into the mix. And what we do is we push the finger. So the thumb still wants to be pretty, wants to stay in this position that we've been doing recently, which is the thumb on the middle of the 2nd fret. But what we want to do is push down on both strings here. Okay, so I'm pushing down flat, and notice that my wrist is slightly back now. So beforehand, when you do your chords, your wrist is slightly more forward. When you do the bar chords, your wrist comes back a little bit. Okay, and that can give you the push that you need. So a good way to test this is just to get this 1st finger on the B string here, and then put it onto the E string, and try and get the sound, the 2 together. Okay, now at first you're going to get this. That's what you're going to get. Okay, and it might be because your finger is bending. Okay, you're kind of curling that finger around because you're used to curling it, and it is an unusual feeling. You should feel like a little crease on your finger here. So when that crease is in position, you'll see it, a crease will come, and that's when you know you're in a good place. Okay, the rest of it is very similar to an F major chord. You've got this diagonal here, this diagonal. Okay, so we've already got the diagonal from the G, from the C, from the D, so we already know that diagonal pretty well, which is why I still class it in this easy chord section. Okay, so let's try this following progression. Okay, so it's going to include the F major, and we're going to do the following chords: A minor to the F to C to G. You can do whatever G you want. Okay, let's try that again. A minor to F, trying to get that sound there, into C, into G. Alright, 4 times on each chord. Here we go. After 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Into F. Into C. Into G. Let's do that again. A minor. Into F. Into C. Into G. Okay, so let's just go over that one more time, trying to get each sound on each fret to come out. So we have the 3rd fret here on the D string, nice clear sound, close to the fret line, fingers in position, pushing nice and hard. 2nd fret on the G string, finger 2, pushing nice and hard. 1st finger on the B string and on the E string, barring. You'll notice that your fingers are slightly more diagonal and pointing away from you a bit, whereas other chords you might have a slightly more straight position for your fingers, depending on how long your fingers are. You'll find they're more diagonal than you're used to, but that's fine. If that comes, that's absolutely fine. So that's your F, strumming from the D string. If you strum from the A string, it's okay, but again, it's got this bass resonance that we don't want, and if you strum from the E string, that's just wrong. Okay, so let's try the progression again. It's going to go A minor, F, C, and G. Here we go. After 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Into F. Into C. into F, into C, into G. Okay, so that was the F major chord. Hopefully you've got that down, and if it doesn't come straight away, don't worry, it takes time. Bar chords always take time, and that's why I'm introducing this very early on, because it's good to get the technique of how to bar straight away. So I will see you very soon for another easy guitar chord lesson.